Um, I guess we'll close out with Camilla's stepdaughter. This was in the news a couple of days ago. Camilla's stepdaughter, hairy, stinky model, is what I labeled it. This girl, I don't know. They like, you know those movies where they let the slightly retarded kid run the football? And sometimes they're not even movies. Sometimes it's, the football team at a high school lets the retarded kids suit up and they give them the ball and they fall all over each other like they can't tackle them. Meanwhile, how easy to tackle a retard. But and he runs for the touchdown and they hoist him up on their shoulders and a little hero day for the retard. That was the only instance where that was a thing. Retarded kid feels like a hero in a normal type of sport where, the elite actually get to play football. And then they're taking a retarded kid and to make him feel better, you let him score a touchdown in uniform. It's quite beautiful. Well, this became everything. This became every fucking thing in the world. Whereas a few people considered elite got to do something, the powers that be, the morons, liberals, whatever it is, decided everyone can do that. This comes from the school of thought of whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, which is utter and complete bullshit. And it's wasted so many people's time trying to do things they are completely incapable of doing. You've wasted their time, resources, and energy when you should have told them, maybe you should look elsewhere. Maybe this ain't for you. But it became everything. And one thing we've noticed that it became was everyone was all of a sudden a model. Fat, ugly. Men became female models. Girls who had no business calling themselves a model were models. And Kamala Harris's stepdaughter is another prime example of this nonsense. Look at this girl and you tell me, and I understand, look at this. I understand what waifs were. What's her name? Moss, Kate Moss was a waif. She had kind of a goony looking face, very skinny, but there was something about her that worked for the era, the 90s, the heroin chic, whatever you want to call it. But there was something attractive about her. This is just an ugly girl that says she's a model, so she's a model. And she's got horrible prison tats, like handmade pin in Bic pen ink prison tats on her. She's in her 20s and has bags under her eyes like she's 40 and going through a divorce. And she got stinky, hairy fuck armpits. Sorry, ladies. It ain't doing it. It's a fetish, if anything. There are guys that are insanely turned on by this, but it's a fetish. Like a dirty belly button. I don't know what else of a fetish you want, but she considers herself a model. Look at this and tell me, this is a model.
I started growing out my body hair around 6 years ago. It was never a conscious decision to go against the grain. It was more of a personal grooming choice, a laziness thing. What I did realize about having body hair is someone always has something to say about it, whether it's good or bad. There's something very shocking still about body hair. Most commonly I see, I bet you smell bad, or damn, that's dirty. Little did and do they know I'm as clean as a whistle and heavily moisturized thanks to fur oil. I've been using this heavily in my daily routine for as long as I've had body hair. It was the first brand that made me feel really accepted for the choices I made around my hair. I love that it's an all-in-one product that I can use on my hair, skin, and other personal areas without fear of irritation or the dreaded sticky post-oil application feeling. You can use my code ELLA20 for 20% off your first order.
Yeah, she's selling oil. That's what these fucking disgusting pigs do. They don't wash. They're greasy as fuck. And then they put oil all over themselves and in their hair. That's why her hair looks all greasy and oily. And she puts it under her. The stench that wafts off of this fucking twat has to be beyond disgusting. Puke inducing. There's your model. There's your fucking model. Again, I hope this, I see it changing. I think something I saw today, Carl's Jr., who would always do a Super Bowl commercial, and we remember their Super Bowl commercials because of their hot girls in bikinis. This was a thing. And then that stopped because, why? Because some fatty or bull dyke or black woman decided she needed to be the model for companies and commercials and magazines. And everyone was like, yes, that's beautiful. This is healthy. Some obese fucking slob on the cover of Fitness magazine. This is healthy. All that. And again, with the Trump presidency came the whole vibe that all that shit is yesteryear. We are done with it. And I hear tell that Carl's Jr. Has a new Super Bowl commercial that will air during the Super Bowl. And it features a bikini-clad, beautiful white girl eating their fucking burger. So again, the advertisers, like I said at the top of the show, the advertisers feel the vibe of society and act accordingly. So if you see the advertisers gravitating toward a certain look, attitude, politics, you'll know that that's what is going on. That's the direction we're heading in or have been heading in. They usually overstay their welcome, advertising. But we'll see. This is very new. And to see advertising embrace this vibe is very promising that we're in for very entertaining few years under Trump and very productive. And hopefully hot-looking white girls come back to advertising and movies and a lot of the things we've seen that have been replaced by fat, black bull dykes and trannies. With that, I'll cash in for the weekend until Monday when I see you guys again. Don't forget,